So it's very important too, the whole situation, reason why I brought up the Von thing, because remember Von was connected to Lil Durk, the voice, and it's all symbolic. That's why I brought that up. You remember I was showing that Shavon Gilgeous Alexander, Shavonte Gilgeous Alexander, played for the Thunder. Remember it's written the Lord's voices as a thunder. And then that's why Lil Durk, he go by the voice. And then remember he had the Von. Von is just a derivative. It all go into John. Like, the John the Baptist symbology. So you have that connected with the voice because they go into the voice in the wilderness, uplifting the Messiah. So that's why he had to battle against Youngboy, because like I said, they go right to the man child shall lead them. And then that's the Louisiana, the Louis Eternal symbology. So it's all connected. That's why Von and Dirk had to battle against Youngboy, over a woman. Dirk had to battle against Youngboy over a woman. My bad, Von. My bad, y'all. Von had to battle against Youngboy over a woman. It all goes into that, the bride of heaven. You know what I mean? The kingdom of heaven is as a bride. It's just all Masonic rituals, how they operate. And people think it's real. Like, it's real, but it's symbolic. You know what I mean? It's all just ritualistic blasphemy. So that's why, the Von had to be the one that died off, because, it goes into the whole theme, of how we die daily in Christ. You know what I'm saying? All of the symbology. Remember, John the Baptist was beheaded, then before Yahushua was crucified. It's all just the same thing of how they work, And that's why they had to do all of that symbology. Notice Youngboy was in his house on house arrest, and then King Von had to die by the car. Because when you understand the car is super symbolic, because the word Christ is the Greek derivative of karos, the karos. Ka means soul, ra means light, the kara. So it just means the anointed one. So like I said again, so basically notice Youngboy had to go through house arrest because the Lord must dwell in his house forever, the man child. And then Von had to die by the car, trying to fight Quando Rondo. It's all symbolic, all connected. And that's why through it all, Youngboy had to be pardoned by Trump, because they go into the trumpet, sounding that trumpet in the Holy Mountain. That's why he was in Utah, getting released from house arrest, preparing to go do his tour. Because as it's written, I'm going to explain this. In Isaiah 19, in that day there should be an altar to the Lord in the midst of the land of Egypt, and a pillar at the border thereof to the Lord, and it should be for a sign and for witness unto the Lord of hosts, which are a shadow of things to come, but the bodies of Christ. So the top of the altar is measured at 76 degrees, foreshadowing the kingdom to come. So, obviously Youngboy is called, 38, baby? 38 is half of 76. That's why when Kobe was wearing number 8, remember he had the three-peat with Shaq. He had to win 3 titles with Shaq in a row. It all goes into that, the 3 8s. It's 38, baby, it's 76,